One ecosystem, you know them. We not frightened for nobody, but we respect everybody, and we better than everybody. So we will run with anybody. No fear, no better than we. No kind, no better than we. Step on me one and say, one ecosystem to the world you say. One ecosystem will do something, do something, do something, do something, uno do something, do something. I'm not talking. One ecosystem will do something, do something, do something, do something, uno do something, do something. I'm not bag of lip chasing. Hey, hey.
Good evening, pleasant good evening, good afternoon, good night, good morning, depending on your time zone. And welcome to the program Beyond 2021, where we talk to you about cryptocurrency, financial education, blockchain technology, and all the technology that exists in this new shift, in this new digital era. My name is Dwayne Cadiz. I am one of the hosts of this evening's program. Together with me is none other than my co-host, Noel Emmanuel Jack, and of course, Cliff and Donna Samlal Singh. Welcome, guys.
Welcome. Thank you, everybody. How are you guys?
Good evening. Good evening, Lieutenant. Great.
Oh. Yep. How we all doing? How the week went for you guys?
It's a great evening.
The week has been good thus far. Just going through the motions. I myself have been a little bit challenged with the current pandemic, so to speak. So, I'm indoors, but we can connect digitally, which I'm grateful for. And so we're connecting with our audience this evening. And of course, I want to thank our listeners and our viewers across the globe, inclusive of those who are within our global network, because they tune in week after week. Very, very faithful. Lena from Sweden.
Oh, yes.
We have our folks from the UK. I know you can name some names, Donna.
Oh, yeah, we have some right here. Like we have Michael Francis, we have Doc. I love to call it that, right? We have Mr. Carabai who comes on. We have Muriel who comes on. A whole set of people who come on to understand. And look, Hamza, we should have called you too in the very beginning. Greetings, because Hamza is always there with us. It is so appreciated to have you guys on and sharing your thoughts about what is happening, because this is a new trending moment. And if we do not keep our eyes, they do you this. They don't like that you're not doing. My eyes on you. Yes. Right? So my eyes on you. We know what is happening in the technology world, in the world of cryptocurrency, and what is happening in the world of ones. And I love it. Because I was telling my guys and them earlier on, people talk about cryptocurrency, they get all excited. Cryptocurrency this and Bitcoin this and that one, that and da-da-da-da-da-da. But you know something? The greatest thing about cryptocurrency is its usability. So and true. One have that. I can spend my ones and shop like that.
Dwayne, you remind me just now of the late, great Bob Marley, boy. Rest his soul. You see how you said the pandemic has affected you. You're indoors, but thank God for the virtual opportunity that still exists, that you're able to come and bring the message to the world at large.
Yes.
Right. I remember Bob Marley, he was shot, and they thought he would have died. Right? Gunmen came in and shot him. And a few days after, he showed up for the Sunsplash, I think. Correct, please, I might be wrong with the name of the festival. I think it was the Sunsplash Festival. And a reporter asked him, but hey, Bob, you got shot a couple of days ago. How come you show up here now? And Bob's response was that, hey, I realize evil have a job to do, and I have my job to carry the message to the world at large.
That's right.
Well said.
No. Well done, Dwayne. It means now that you ain't letting no COVID keep you down. Nothing keeps a good man down. So I like that attitude.
Because you know something? Talking about keep down, nothing is going to keep cryptocurrency from coming to the front, you know. It is here, and it is going to continue to be here, and it will grow, and it will become, and it will be used by me. By me, I am aware of the emotional. I've come to that place where I'm no longer emotionally engaged in sales and those things. But I do have my cryptocurrency. And when there is something that I need, either here or across the world in 190 plus countries, I can use my ones to purchase such. Isn't that a nice thought, though?
Yeah, but it would be nicer if not only you saw it, but each person who's listening now
Thank you.
could see it for themselves.
Thank you.
I might go off on a little handle here now that I know a number of persons say, Cliff, you always weird in the way you think, yeah? So for instance, well, so they tell me. All right, so I get to live with it. I was talking to some persons recently, and I was telling them what a great job Prime Minister Mia Mottley was doing in Barbados, because she faces the issues within her country, and she takes it to the country and she debates it with the country. That's what I love about her. Not that she is right on all issues. However, even though other persons in the country may disagree with her, she still is willing to listen to what they have to say.
Yes.
And persons were telling me, so because I was knocking our leaders in our country, because I am saying that if you don't inspire confidence and leadership of the people in your country, then you should not be given the title of being a leader. That is my view. Right? When you have fallen short of inspiring people as a leader, you no longer fit the bill to carry that rank. That is how I see it. So they were, of course, giving me some slack about why I'm being harsh and other credit what we have and where we are going wrong. Still there. So I heard that. But here's my problem with my people. My people, you talk about the crime in my country, and they're quick to tell you, but all over the world, crime exists.
True.
All right? So I mustn't talk too much about the crime in my country, because according to those people, it exists outside also. When I talk about how the roads bad and we have our asphalt right here in the country, they let me know that, hey, but I remember when I was a little boy, certain roads was track and now it is road. So don't be so hard. Huh?
You have growth, in other words.
Yeah, so as far as they are concerned, there is growth, and be thankful for that. And I am saying, why are we afraid to hold our leaders to a higher standard? Right? When a situation is wanting, I'm trying to use the proper words now, so whilst you all find that I'm weird, you still understand the point I'm making.
True.
When a situation is still wanting, why are we afraid to either tell our leaders, listen, enough is enough, why can't we do something about it? Or if we recognize that the leaders are not able to do something about it, why can't we see that we of ourselves have the power to make that change? Look, Donna just spoke about cryptocurrency, and she get into it one time. Donna didn't even warm up. She didn't even want no foreplay. She get into action one time, right? She get into action one time.
Unconscious competence, unconscious.
So I love it.
So she talk about the situation why cryptocurrency is needed, and we have been here. Boy, Brother Noel probably could tell me how many months we have been on this program, trying to tell persons, guys, in our country, the situation is getting more and more grim. And why don't we wake up and say, listen, whilst we go in with the country, because at the end of the day, we are still patriots for our country, we need to secure our own home base. Hopefully, once you could secure your home base, you could then be of help to others. Because the only way you could help people in a hole is you first of all had to climb out and reach back to help. You cannot be in the hole to help people in a hole.
Well said.
And that's not the point. And a lot of people feel as though, so you see, you get rich and switch. Stupid mentality. What is stupid mentality? When I decide to get wealthy and I don't look back. However, what is even more stupid is when I get wealthy and I keep looking back and trying to drag people who do not want to be helped.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So, you know why? Because enough hands I am trying to pull. What do you feel? I could pull out more than 2 and 3 hands at a time?
That's going to work.
They'll pull me back down. They'll suck me back in.
That's right.
So I saw an article in the papers which Trinidadians don't understand, that we are going down a slippery slope in Trinidad and Tobago, and a frightening slope. If we don't realize it yet, imagine Venezuelans who came here, they flee their own country to come here to look for betterment a couple years ago, and now are deciding, hey, the country getting worse, better I take my chances back home in the country which they fled.
Yes.
You understand?
Let's see that clip.
The clip. Look the article right here. It was in the newspaper. 2,000 Venezuelans return home as cost of living rises in Trinidad and Tobago.
And it has.
Red flag.
Yeah,
exactly.
Dwayne, as you said just now, if we see Chinese going, what we will do? If we see Chinese, what will we do? The thing about it is that Venezuelans left Venezuela because things was in a bad way. I mean, I spoke to a few of them and they're telling me they couldn't even get working to feed them. They go ahead, Dwayne.
So, you know what? In understanding that, based on our current economic system, we cannot outrun the effects of inflation and the impact that it has on our currency, right? We cannot outrun inflation. The only way we could beat the trap is really to understand how the true money game works in order to benefit from it. And that is what we've been harping on that for the last year plus. And prior to that, in our private capacities, when we were meeting as a network here in Trinidad and Tobago, we've been trying to show a lot of people. But Cliff and Donna, let it not be said that we are not reaching the public, because a good friend reached out to me, Emmanuel, so I know that he's taking in the program along with a lot of other people who are here in Trinidad and Tobago and also extra-regionally and internationally are tuning into the program. So what we have to do is continue to keep our posture, because we know that the industry that we are in is a growing and emerging industry. Everything now is being centered around ecosystems, right? You're going to hear that word bandied about a lot, guys, ecosystems. And so we are also living in the technological advancement age where persons' livelihoods are being eliminated as we speak. This week, we heard about TSTT, 450 persons becoming redundant. Redundant is now becoming a familiar word in the marketplace. And it is incumbent upon each one of us now to be able to show our value and relevance to the world by evolving with the times, right? Correct. And not all work processes are going to be affected by these technological changes. There are certain industries and there are certain career paths that will be unaffected by what is happening right now. But what is happening is that we have to come and prove the relevance of what we bring to the marketplace in our different vocations. So if it means now understanding, as Cliff was alluding to at the beginning of the program, where it is that we were saying, listen, we know what's happening. We can't meet physically, but we are utilizing the virtual platform that we have now.
That's right.
To address our fellow men and our internationals who are privy to this program, to have an impact on them. So what we want to do is we want to move in to see how this impact is having, this autonomous impact, where they are taking away persons from the job space and utilizing now computers and machines. So we want to showcase a video now that is showing John Public exactly what is happening here, right here in Trinidad and Tobago. And for our global travelers, you would have passed through this facility and seen what is happening. So let's bring up that video, and then we're going to have some more conversation based on that.
The Airports Authority of Trinidad and Tobago is pleased to introduce an automated payment system for public car park services at Piarco International Airport. Utilizing solar power technology, this new parking system demonstrates our commitment to the implementation of environmentally friendly green initiatives whilst ensuring more secure transactions and reduced queuing at exit lanes. Welcome then to Parkin. These handy instructions provide a step-by-step approach of what to do when you arrive at our car park. As you drive up to the first entry machine you encounter, press the button to take a ticket from the entry machine. After collecting your ticket, the barrier will open, allowing you entry. Select a vacant parking spot using the digital signage for guidance. There is additional accessible parking for the differently abled. Upon exiting your car, please ensure that you have your ticket. After you have completed transacting your business at the airport terminal and you are ready to leave, kindly proceed to the Pay on Foot kiosks located in the atrium of the North Terminal. Scan your ticket and pay the outstanding balance at the pay station. You can pay using exact TT dollars cash or local debit cards. Should you encounter any issues, press the intercom button on any of the machines for assistance. Collect your receipt and proceed to retrieve your vehicle at the car park. You have 20 minutes after payment to exit the public car park before incurring additional fees. Scan your ticket at the exit machine to leave the public car park. Ticket codes can be captured and scanned at the automated pay stations using your mobile phones. The Airports Authority of Trinidad and Tobago continues to be committed to using innovative technology to provide added convenience and enhance the customer experience at the Piarco International Airport, from park-in to check-in to take-off. Thank you for using Parkin.
Dwayne, before you get into your video, into your wording of the video, I believe you require more than 20 minutes to exit the car park, eh? Because sometimes when you leave the airport terminal and you go on looking for your vehicle and you're like, oh wait, is which man I park it again? I sure is here. And you go on looking for the row and you all over the place. You might spend 20 minutes to actually locate your vehicle. Then when time to leave and you meet that lineup, the exit, no. To me, it's like almost 40 minutes you require. So I feel they might have to extend that time from 20 minutes. Yeah.
Go ahead. When you finish, I want to say something really key. Go ahead.
So we'll definitely have to pick up that with the efficiency of the service with the airport authority.
I'll see how it goes.
Everything is subject to change, and of course, from time to time, quality standards will come in. They'll do an audit to see how things are going. But the impact of that video is just to show our viewers that, listen, technology is changing the world. Long ago, there were cashiers in those booths collecting the revenue for the airport authority. Now, there's an autonomous machine that is issuing you a ticket with a barcode on it that's scannable. And the comparison I want to draw here is our system also integrates that QR code in it.
Thank you.
It's built in there.
Big point, boy, big point.
I saw that happening in Barbados years before this happened. Do you remember when we went to Barbados to our business, the same business that I'm in? We went to Barbados to talk to people there, to talk to members who were part of our community and still are. And I remember when Lisa Green picked me up, she came in, she did her thing, and next thing I said, "Where are you going?" She said, "I'm going to pay for my ticket." I said, "Where do you pay for it?" She said, "That machine across there." Everything was automated. And the thing about it is, what it said to me is somebody was out of a job. Because I know in Trinidad, we had two places you would come in, and a lady would sit there and collect from you, give you your take your ticket, and give you a change and whatever. Right. That is no longer so. And this is the world we live in. It is changing. People, someone said to me, look, yesterday I went to Massey Stores, and the price for the item was not there.
Right.
No, I'm looking, they have these machines to scan and so on. Yes. But I saw this young guy there, and I said, "Do you work here?" He said, "Yes, ma'am." Very pleasant young man. And I said, "Do you know the price of this?" Whoops! He took out his phone, took the pack of garbage, clicked something in his phone, ting, 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 do so. 1995, ma'am.
Nice.
You hear what I'm telling you? I turn and I watch him and I say, "You know something? A lot of us don't realize where the world is going and where it is at right now." Cliff and I was talking today, and I said to him, I said, "You know something in life?" I quoted something that I saw and I liked. It said, "To get rich is hard. To stay poor is hard. Choose your hard." And then, choose your hard. Because both hard, being poor is hard. But then Cliff said something that caused me to look back. He said, "You know something, Donna? People who have jobs and are working do not consider themselves poor. They consider themselves fairly comfortable or whatever." Remember, you cannot, as Cliff made a point just now, you want to get rich, you can't drag the other people behind you and hope they want to get rich too. They'll pull you right back down in the barrel. Right back in the barrel. With a good reason why you should stay in the barrel too. You see what outside is? Boy, you go and do that? That thing is a waste of time. Don't bother about that. And the whole world is going in that direction. And when you look behind you, a whole set of people stand back watching you and say, "What are you doing, boy? You didn't find that too hard?" Isn't it harder to work for somebody for an income that cannot provide all your needs for years? Years. You imagine a girl telling me, "Girl, when I get paid, it's like it just passed through my hand and gone." She's working in a good job, fairly good job. But to pay her mortgage, to take care of her family, to contribute, whatever, all those things add up.
You see, when people get accustomed to in a comfort zone, they get into a comfort zone.
I'm comfortable.
It's hard for them to see outside of that. I remember as a little boy, I mean, as a stupid point, but I just draw in reference it because it may mean something to somebody out there. As a little boy, I grew up in Tobago, right, Brother Noel? And I remember going on the bus with my grandmother at the time. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the fare was 10 cents or wherever we were going on. But when you board the bus, you had a bus conductor who would take your ticket. And of course, you had the driver. And I was like, I tell my grandmother, "What else he doing?" She said, "What do you mean?" I said, "But that's what he doing. He just collecting the ticket." Yeah. He said, "Yes." I said, "But that's all." Yeah. And well, of course, we know now that
there's no longer
the driver doing everything. And to me, well, I just thought that this was a frivolous exercise where, you just on the bus, just a tier ticket. And the person already going to a vacant seat. So I just didn't see the reason for it. But eventually, times came around and the bus conductor's job became redundant, as I said. In the beginning, people kicked against it, you understand? Because people felt as though, why I must lose my job as a conductor, you understand? But at the end of the day, we move on. And as we see now, things can happen. Now the same people, what is going to happen now eventually when you have self-driving buses?
Oh Lord, look
when you don't no longer need the bus driver.
Look trouble now.
No, I ain't knocking the bus industry now,
We're just
Because
talking about the way the world is going.
yes, this is how the world
You
is
can't stop
moving.
it. It's the way the
What
world
do you
is
think is
going.
gonna happen? Yeah, no. The 20 minutes I just talk about with the car park
Yeah.
in Piaco. When they have self-driving vehicles, I no longer have to go and look for my car. I just send for the car
That's it.
and let the car leave the terminal,
All right.
leave the car park,
But pull
and
up.
come to me.
Pull up, because you see what you just said there. You know what were my thoughts right now? I was thinking of what I just said. How difficult it is to get rich. How hard it could be for some people to get rich.
First of all, I don't want to be richer. I want to be wealthy.
Okay, right.
I want people to understand there's a difference between rich and wealthy.
Right. But listen
Right.
to this. How hard it is to be poor. You know, when I realized what is poor, poverty is a state of mind, you know. I
Correct.
remember when I was training as a
Correct.
teacher, as an educator, my lecturer said to me, poverty is a state of mind. And I said, Miss, how you could say that? Because people are very poor. Look at them, the situation, they can't this. She said, poverty is a state of mind. And when we were finished that debate, I had no choice but to thank her and come to the conclusion. You could change it up here with your mindset and become rich. Because when I walk into a store, when they sell Rolex watches in Miami, and I look at the one, I say, "God, that watch is nice." And when they attach the price to it, it's like a joke I got the other day. Remember? Yeah, the joke you gave me, right? Because I can't share it on TV, but it was so funny, right? The thing about it is that Rolex watch showed me or told me, hey, you're poor, you can't afford this. And that is the reality. It's not because you could pay a bill now and then and you're struggling to pay your mortgage, or you see that car, you like it, and you just have to watch it and say, that car nice, boy. And that's all you could say as you're passing by. You don't want more than that for yourself.
And no, you ain't gonna want that car because then you console yourself and say, I could take an inferior car, you know why?
Yeah, right.
Because where horse does go, jackass does reach.
When I reached in New York, when I arrived in New York, and I saw my cousin stop in the distance, and I heard a car start. I'm looking at him and I'm wondering, what's going on here? I hear this car. He want to show off, eh? So he started the car, and we're walking up to the car, and the car engine running. So hear me, how you turn on the car? He said, that's how things are now.
That's some years ago.
That was years ago, because we're going further than that now.
Yeah.
When you see what's the name of that pizza? It's Domino's Pizza. Car drive up to your house in the States and deliver your pizza for you. You know that was years ago. You know how many years ago that was when you just started in your car. Cars driving by themselves now.
Self-driving.
Money has changed. And that is why we are here telling you the world is taking on a new face. Money is taking on a new face.
We want to showcase another video.
Beautiful.
Right? That speaks to what we've been talking about. So we've already seen where Piaco Airport has gone autonomous for the collection of their revenue for the car park, right? And you alluded to one of our local chain of food stores. We don't want to give anybody any free advertising on this show, right? But the technology that is about to be shown on this video.
But wait,
yes.
Should we put a pin in it now and bring the video to start back so we can have that? What about us taking a break now and come back with that video so we can share with them right after so they don't forget what they have seen? What do you think?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Talk to you now.
Get started now. Get started with your One Academy package. Get started with your starter package. It's only $1,600 TT. Get your financial education from the One Academy. Although it's a beginner package, the information you're going to get from your One Academy starter package, you would have more knowledge than 90% of the world's population on finance for just $1,600 TT. Let's create a revolution. Let's spread the epidemic of our One Academy, One Life. Get it today.
Welcome to the Antediluvian Nature Center of Life Extension and Health Recovery. Coming from the Garden of Eden, the Antediluvian Nature Center brings to you breakthrough medicines and anti-aging technologies for all ailments and diseases in the body, nutritional therapies, naturopathic treatments, as we create opportunities of hope and celebrate longevity. And remember, the healing is from God.
Do you know? What am I speaking about? Do you know what is cryptocurrency? Do you know what is blockchain technology? Are you aware of what we currently face on a regular basis with quantitative easing, fractional reserve lending? Do you know? I am inviting you to come out of the financial darkness and into financial light. The only way for us to achieve that is with education. And one particular type of education is what I'm speaking about. I'm asking you to join the One Academy. It is a financial revolution of teaching regarding introduction to finance, cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, helping you understand the world of money and what is money. What is money? Money is simple. It is what we agree upon to exchange for goods and services. If you want full comprehension, join the One Academy.
When I'm training for professional competitions, men and women always ask me for advice. To women, I say push yourself harder than you ever have before and go beyond your comfort zone. Focus on your goals. Men, if I am willing to push myself to become Mr. Olympia in 2022, then I only have one thing to say to you. Bring your
full 100.
Here we go again.
Good day all, my name is King James, part of the One Life Network Caribbean team. If you have no knowledge of what is cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, I'm inviting you to get started with this concept. It is $1,610 TT for you to participate in a financial curriculum that will help shape your world and your future, but better and greater than that. In our curriculum, there's no school that teaches our children about finance. This is a unique opportunity for you to get involved in practical and theory. You need the best of both worlds. The theory we offer allows you to participate in the practical. Position yourself strategically. Get a starter package from one of your local IMAs somewhere near to you, some cousin, friend, uncle, some loved one. Do not hold back yourself from getting started with our organization. One Life for More Life, One Academy. Join the financial revolution.
Speed, convenience, and choice are essential in today's grocery stores. Make sure you offer your customers the best possible options for an optimal buying process. Luckily, we've got the solution for you. Thanks to their accessibility and ease of use, self-checkouts allow you to improve the customer experience in your store. Its modern and compact design allows you to optimize your floor real estate. Customers feel right at home navigating the user-friendly interface, which comes with a host of security and assistance features. Clients who have adopted the self-checkout enjoyed a reduction in checkout wait times, since many of their customers opt for the self-serve option. Strategically reallocate your resources to other in-store tasks, optimizing your costs and improving service on the floor. It only takes one person to oversee multiple self-checkouts at the same time, which helps overcome the shortage of manpower while mitigating the complexity of managing work schedules. See you next time, William.
So folks, this program is geared towards the business community, showing you guys the global impact of how these technological changes are having the effect on your business in terms of productivity of the staff. We saw where having that autonomous system, that cashless system where tech-savvy customers can go through and cash out their items. You have the resources of the employee now redirected to other more important tasks, thereby increasing productivity in the business. And at the same time, creating that profitability, because listen, business is about making revenue. That's the bottom line,
That's right.
And of course, we want to acknowledge here that our co-host, Noel Emmanuel Jack, for technical reasons, had to leave the program this evening. So we acknowledge his departure, and he's, part of our viewing audience. But Cliff and Donna, these things are what is happening. When we talked about the local chain of stores who is now outfitted with self-cashing stations, we know who that is. We're not giving any free advertising, but we're saying that tech-savvy customers now are the ones who are enjoying this efficiency through the technology. Because listen, you can go make your groceries and you don't have to wait for that teller to attend to those 5 and 6 people in the line. You can go self-checkout, swipe your card, or if you're paying with your Visa, you put in your PIN number and it's all over, right? And of course, with the advent of that now, our national agencies collectively are on the verge of synchronizing their services in order to combat tax evasion and manage issues like anti-money laundering, terrorist financing, and other compliance issues, among other things. So what we are seeing here is the shift is happening now. It's happening incrementally in small changes. But listen, over time, guys, this is going to impact you.
Okay, Lena is on, and hi from Sweden. Hi, Lena. How you going?
Hello, dear.
Good to have you. Good to have you. I want to take us back a little bit in time. You remember when people would travel to the US long ago? When they come back, they're sharing everything they see. If you see how they just do this, and if you see how they just do that, and that. Well, let me tell you something. That's happening in the US. You know how long? My sister and I, when I was across in Miami with her, and we went across to get some groceries. And I'm looking at the line. I said, wow, the line now. She said, I don't go there. And I see her heading across, and I'm looking, where are you going? She said, self-checkout. And she's just passing the things. Bap, bap, bap. Right? You can go now and collect your call. And just like what PriceSmart is doing, because remember, PriceSmart have an American affiliate. It's an American affiliated store. They call and they go and they pick up everything there, or it is delivered. We have to wake up. When things are happening in the world, people want to talk about third world and first world. If they know third world and first world, know what to follow.
Correct.
Know what to look at to follow to help your country become better. I hate when we go to a place, and I always feel like we have to line up for everything. Why? Why is that so? Why some thought is not given to the people who are in this country, the humans who are here, and recognize the world has changed and is changing in so many key factors. Why are we as a people, why are we as a government not doing those necessary, or making long after to really look like if we're fifth or sixth world? That has been going on outside for years. These are the things we should go outside and look at and come back and say, hey, let me implement this in my country. I sure my business have that already.
Critical thinking, Cliff. Donna, if governments, right, and multinational corporations and private enterprise have seen the need to evolve with the times, what is keeping us from making that shift? right? The Trinbagonians, as I said, because listen, we are the government, you know.
That's right.
When we as citizens develop,
That's right,
and grow, the government benefits from us through taxation, right?
that's right.
That's the mechanism that they use to pay and to cover the cost for most things in the country, given a few subsidies here and there that we know about because we live in Trinidad and Tobago, and we know that in our society, a lot of the services that are offered by government are heavily subsidized. We're talking about the ferry, both the land ferry, and also the plane service that's heavily subsidized, as well as public transport. So if we really have to pay the real price of public transport, it's going to be exorbitant. We understand that, but we want the public to understand, listen, what is keeping you guys from making the shift? What are you waiting on before, you know, these financial rains come? I'm speaking metaphorically now. Before these financial rains come, and you have nowhere to shelter, you have no savings, you have no 9 months cover, as we talked about from the previous show, right? And your cousin, who is your intermittent 9 months cover, who you could go and borrow from, he didn't put anything in place. So both of you in the same ship, right? Because he or she was your plan B, and you didn't have a plan B of your own. So here, you know, we're seeing now where these corporations are using the technology. I've been to supermarkets and I'm seeing where these QR codes now are appearing on so many different products. So they have already positioned themselves for what is to come. And everybody else in the world is playing catch up, you know?
And that's why you're going to show the next video, because we have to look at that video.
Before you go into the next video, I remember when I used to do history in school, I used to say, what is I really studying this thing for, boy? Because in history, you have to remember names and dates.
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
And I used to say, but it didn't making sense, right? I couldn't understand. And it was long after, years after, I realized the importance of history. Now, you often hear the saying, if you don't know where you come from, you can't know where you're going.
That's why you're forgetting anniversary.
Right?
Too much.
So some people say your anniversary is either a celebration or some people say it's a sentence. So anyhow, right, the thing is that what I have found with history, what history teaches you, is that everything in the world enjoys something called cycles.
Correct.
Every single thing. Your body goes through various cycles. Events go through cycles. And so you would notice, for instance, you have what we pass through something called the industrial age.
Yes.
Well, really, it's the industrial cycle. You understand? Then, right now, we're going through the technological age. Really, it is the technological cycle that we are in. Eventually, you see where I'm heading? Eventually, this cycle too will pass. And if you don't decide to grasp what we're saying, you don't have to understand it fully. For instance, I drive for years, I've been driving. I don't understand how the vehicle works, right? I can't get into the nuts and bolts of the engine. You have mechanics who understand it. However, I grasp the concept of why a vehicle will be important for me. So I seize the opportunity to get the vehicle. Understand that? I grasped the opportunity because I understood the benefit of it. Not that I had to try to understand how the whole vehicle works before I decide to get one.
Yes.
We, however, here decide, listen, we explain it. We telling you, listen, grab hold of this opportunity in this technological cycle. Whilst we explain, because that is what you're doing. When you come on board here, we provide information so you could better understand. Not that you'll be able to go and form your own blockchain, right? Probably if you want to go that way, you can do that. But you're just giving you a better grasp of it.
Yes.
And add a little humor to it. You know when is the first time I saw cycles? Was in the Bible, right? Not, you know, they talk about when Joseph was where it was, it was in Egypt, I think, where they talk about 7 years of plentiful and then 7 years of, right? So people talk about that being as the first cycle, but I didn't see that as the first cycle, you know. I saw the first cycle in Noah's Ark. How long they tell you rain fell for? I think they say, what, 40 days or something so? Was it that?
I think it's 120, but don't worry about that.
Huh?
40 days
Right.
and 40.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So I saw where they say rain fell for 40 days and 40 nights. So I tell myself, but you know, maybe from my old historical mind, why it had to be 40 days? Why it didn't go 45 days or more than that? And then I realized it had to be, remember, the ark was built out of wood. Noah bring 2 of everything onto the boat. So it means now that you also bring a male and a female termite. So guess what? After the 40 days, them termites multiply. If that rain had lasted more than that, you know what we're going to do with that ark?
Let's go to the
Termites
video.
would have taken toll.
Play the next video.
And everybody would have perished.
Play the
You
next
understand?
video.
All you don't want to perish, don't.
Play the next
So cycle is
video.
important.
We head into this video, guys. Let's see what's up.
Hey, in this video, we're going to show you the most futuristic ideas where you can find QR codes currently worldwide. QR codes give a digital dimension to your products and services as they bring offline engagements into online conversions. Not having a QR code is a big loss of opportunity for innovative marketers.
In this video, we will show you the most futuristic ideas where QR codes are currently being used that amazed innovators around the globe. Number 1. The latest drone show in Shanghai. Towards the end of the show, drones formed a huge QR code to celebrate the anniversary of a game called Princess Connect Redive by Psy Games. After scanning the QR code, it will redirect you to the H5 page of the game. Number 2. Victoria's Secret Fashion Show. During the live show, they added a QR code on the screen, where people can scan the QR code, and will be redirected to Fashion TV, where they can find all the details of the show. Number 3. The Burger King commercial, where people need to catch the QR code in order to get a free Whopper. And also in MTV VMAs, where they featured Lil Yachty with a QR code on the back of his jacket.
Scan the QR code using your mobile device to get a free Whopper with delivery on the BK app.
Number 4. In a Sephora store, shop assistants can be seen wearing a QR code on their badges. The QR code redirects scanners to Sephora's Beauty Pass program, where people can sign up for their loyalty program. Number 5. Tesco Home Plus created virtual store in a subway station in South Korea, where people can scan the QR code, and the product automatically lands on their online cart. Once order is done, it will be delivered directly to their home. Number 6. In a museum called Russian Pavilion at Venice Architecture Biennale, where you can find one specific room full of QR codes. In each QR code you scan, it redirects you to a different presentations or a story behind it. Number 7. An MMORPG computer game called Hitman 3, the main character named Agent 47 has been tasked to find and scan all 7 QR codes to see the details and to complete his mission. If you have seen other awesome ideas, put a comment with the link. If you're looking for the most innovative ways you can market your business or brand, subscribe to the QR Tiger channel and learn more how to create and use QR codes successfully.
shop on one ecosystem.
Yes,
QR
indeed.
code, all our shops, all our businesses across the world have QR codes, and we do what? We scan, and that's how we shop. When we had our last show, people were wondering how I was so swift. My QR code scanner was here, and I am just doing this and bringing it on. You know, it is awesome the way we are, the way Ones is operating, the way our e-commerce platform is operating. And it is
Yes.
awesome. My camera, my QR code, and I scan. Well, all right, Cliff, I'm not shopping as I used to do. I calm down, but the excitement is still there because I could buy something in Spain by just scanning with
So
my
Cliff,
QR scanner. Awesome. That's
Cliff
the
and
DJaker, our e-commerce platform for you. Isn't that fantastic?
I've waited 2 weeks to showcase this product, and I have it
Whoa.
today. So here on my
And
T-shirt,
I can do it.
proudly made by my merchant, Miss Stacy John. So she produced this T-shirt for me, and she's soon to become a Deal Shaker merchant. And
I love that. I love that. I love that.
So she's
because
going
you know, on one of these shows, all of us will be in that jersey because what? Hello. We just need it for the show. I can buy that. It's not emotional.
So scan this code and you'll go directly to my digital online store on the Deal Shaker platform, where you can see all the products that I have on offer. Right?
Can you bring up Dwayne a little bit and let me see if I can scan him?
I'm sure.
Bring Dwayne up a little closer for me.
I'm sure that you should be able to do that.
Yeah. Yes, the shift here.
Sorry. There you go.
Right, beautiful, EJ. Thank you. Let me see.
Shift again.
Shift again. But don't worry, Dwayne, when I see you, I'll be scanning.
Right.
All right. Let me see. Move your finger, Dwayne. Move your finger. Dwayne, move your finger. Move your finger. Right.
Sorry, guys.
Right. I'm not getting it, but maybe because of the computer glass. But I will definitely try it. For sure, I would love to do it.
Wow.
That is awesome.
You opening up people's minds here into the future. Guys.
That's right.
Trinidad and Tobago, maybe some other persons in the Caribbean, maybe international audience, I don't know. The future has just been presented to you right here tonight.
That's right.
It has been brought to you in your living rooms and wherever you are. You cannot say, mark the date. The future has just been presented to you.
Look at that on your jersey, your business, anywhere you go. You realize if you're a business person and you have your store and your QR code on your store, you could be in Port of Spain and somebody asks you, do you have so and so and so? You know, blah, blah, blah. And you suggest scan and see. This is the future, you know. We'll be walking around scanning things and don't even realize it.
Correct. And that's all it is opportunities, and that is what we on this show to showcase that. Listen, guys, you don't have to do any heavy lifting. You don't have to go and build a website, create your own QR code. All of that is built into our system. And basically, when our platform gets paid for the services when you make a sale. So until you've made money on the platform by making your goods and services accessible, the company is waiting on you to get paid. So as soon as you get paid, the company gets paid.
So Dwayne, I just wanted to recap for me and for listeners who probably didn't grasp what you're saying. You are saying with the QR code on as your logo right there,
you can scan.
The person can scan it with their phone.
That's right.
Yes.
Right? Yes. And they go directly into your store. This is what you are saying?
On the phone, they will take the store.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right?
Awesome.
So you all understand the power of that?
Yeah.
Wait, just now. I'm trying to grasp it. So you are telling me, for instance, we had Hamza who called here, who not called but made a comment. Lena who made a comment. These are two persons from faraway lands.
Yes.
If they just scanned your QR code, from their country.
That's right.
They enter your store just by virtue of that.
And virtue of it.
And they can see what you have. So your store is open 24 hours a day. That's what you're telling me.
That's true.
That's the power of commerce that you have.
It goes back to community. You have to be a part of the community, just like how the Apple community is an enclosed community.
That's right.
So you have to be in the One Life community to be able to gain access and entry to this digital store. However, my marketplace is now the world. As Donna says, bring your business to Deal Shaker, and Deal Shaker is going to bring the world to your business.
That's right. That's right.
Global advertising, and you only pay the platform when you make money. So we're about solutions. We're a fintech organization. We're creating solution in these COVID times. I'm mindful of the time as well, but guys, listen, this is why we smile every week, because we know what we're a part of. We're a part of something that's bigger than us, that is going to outlive us, is going to outgrow us, and it's going to be the future, and everybody has to participate on this platform. So I will keep smiling and keep speaking every week, because I know that inevitably you all are going to become a part of this platform and a part of this program, and not only create value for yourselves, you're going to create value for me, and you're going to create value for every other member that is on this platform in the globe.
It's very beautiful. That is so beautiful. Maybe I could share something with you guys before I leave, before we close, because maybe if this customer was able to scan and she had her scanner and her QR code, she wouldn't have that problem, right? This customer went into a store looking for rings. She was looking at beautiful rings, like me, you're going to look for rings and stuff and things like that. And she saw this beautiful ring. So when she looked at the ring, she saw the price. But while she was looking at the ring, she had a little bubble, a little passing of gas. You know how it is sometimes that can happen. Flatulence, right. But she was so uncomfortable and embarrassed. She was hoping that the gentleman who was there, who was the clerk, did not hear. So she decided to be very stylish, and she stepped up to him and she said, I'm looking at rings. By the way, what is the cost of that ring you have in front of you there? He said, ma'am, if that ring that you looked at caused you to pass gas, this one will cause you to mess yourself. You need to know that it's hard to be rich. It's hard to be poor. Choose your heart. I was thinking of my little daughter say that. She said, choose your heart. When she said that, I was like, what? She said, Pops, you got to choose your heart, Which heart do you want to be? I want to be the heart where I'm trying to be rich. It's harder to be rich. I want to be, as my husband said, wealthy. I'm comfortable, I'm good, I'm blessed. But God, being poor is tough. You will really get flatulence when you look at an expensive ring, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Well, I see it's almost time for us to close up. So I guess we'll be called to make our closing comments.
Yes.
I started my comments tonight about lack of inspired leadership. What we presented tonight, if the listeners didn't understand, we presented the results of inspired leadership. We presented the future to you guys here. You saw it for yourself. Dwayne did an excellent job in making it simple to understand.
Excellent.
And why it is you must grasp it, right? I want to thank you, Dwayne, for doing such an awesome performance.
That's right.
I want to thank the listeners for being right here.
I can't wait to scan your QR code. I can't wait.
Right. So it was really, really nice being part of this. This was a special program, I must say.
Yes.
All right. I only hope that when Donna's time to start scanning, that the internet not working properly on a phone and everything. You know what happened?
Maybe you need to say something before we close, like right now.
Guys, listen, week after week, we come and we present this business to you. It's a global business. The world of finance is changing, and we need to change with the times or we'll get left behind. It's time to create legacy wealth for your loved ones. From all of us here at Beyond 2021, love and blessings to you. See you guys next week, please God, for another Beyond 2021. One's out.
One ecosystem, you know them. We not frightened for nobody, but we respect everybody, and we better than everybody. So we will run with anybody. No fiat, no better than we. No kind, no better than we. ecosystem will do something, do something, do something, do something, uno do something, do something. I'm not talking, one ecosystem will do something, do something, do something, do something, uno do something, do something. I'm not bag of leg chasing. Aye.